Welcome back to another week of performance reviews, where the purpose of this series is to give you an insight in the analytics, the YouTube algorithm. I show you guys the performance of videos that's doing well, that's doing bad, try to theorize and understand the logic behind reaction channels on YouTube, how to grow one, stuff like that. I genuinely believe that if you watched my playlist, that you could apply these concepts not through just reaction channels, but any type of niche on YouTube. To start off, let's talk about something that's something really sad is happening, and that's Zenshu versus Mastering Magic. Do you know about these two shows? And it's, oh, Power Rangers Sentai Isekai is actually hitting, which is great to see. We'll look at that in a bit, but I want you to look at these two enemies right here. It is actually sad that Zenshu, after the first episode, let's compare Zenshu episode 1 and 2, right? Here is the first two episodes, and let's bring in the Mastering Magic. Mastering Magic. There we go, and let's bring in these two episodes, bro. So, first episode, like any, of course it's gonna do well, right? Brand new anime season, you have Mappa coming in with an isekai show, and everyone wants to check out what it is. It performed well, right? Definitely performed well if you look at the average viewership in this period. After the first week or so, it's 2.8k to 4k. We're hitting 6.4. Fantastic. Watch time, fantastic. Subs, great. Money, something interesting is happening right now where the money doesn't go up anymore because we've been demonetized for this content. Why? It's because... Can I show this? Can I show you over here? Details. Monetization, copyright. So there's different types of copyright claims that happens on YouTube. Remember, claim is different from a strike. Claim is not a big deal. And when stuff gets claimed, what will happen is that either the video will get blocked visibly, which sucks, or they'll just take the money from you. And you know what? Fair. If you want to take the reaction money, even though I could probably contest this, a claim can also be escalated into a strike if I decide to dispute this. So I decided this is not worth handling, bro. Whatever. Anyways, the first episode was decent. But the second episode... Ooh. What happened? What happened to the second episode? It's performing so bad that a video that I published after Zenshu... got more views than Zenshu itself, right? If you look at the page here, this video got published after Zenshu, meaning in less time it's getting more views. Something so shitty as Mastering Magic is getting better views. And why is that? I think that the appeal of Zenshu comes from the fact that this is a Mappa isekai. The fact that there is immense production happening, production value. But the plot? The story isn't good enough to sell the audience. And my degenerate isekai audience finds the Mastering Magic, the peak trashy degeneracy, more interesting than the current story that's happening in Zenshu. Some people are saying it feels like Villain of the Week. We get a new swarm coming, Hirosei does her thing and we fight off, and the production value is amazing. But is the story actually good? I've been really thinking about that, and maybe it's not that good. No telling what's gonna happen to Zenshu, but it is very disheartening to see that the viewership is getting low. It's lower than something as trashy as Mastering Magic, but hey, that's the game of YouTube at the end of the day. If we look at the audience stat for the first episode, 50-50, not many new people coming in, right? I always emphasize the importance of new people coming in and also appeasing the returning audience. So this is a community series, meaning I'm not getting bailed out by anybody. This is not a trend. This is my existing audience checking out the show. That's why it's 50-50 split, with new viewers being not significant at all. If we look at the episode 2, I don't think enough time has passed to have those data, so no, we can't see that. If we look at this one, this is also gonna be like 50-50, right? Even more than 50-50, 60-40 almost, which really shows that like there is no trends happening. This is just right up the alley of, you know, trashy isekai enjoyers that exist on my channel, and we're just kind of appeasing that audience. So kind of unfortunate what's happening to Zenshu, but that's what's happening. Let's look at Red Ranger though. I don't think enough time has passed for Red Ranger data to be accumulated enough to show you what I want to show you. But damn, 567 likes for 6,000 views. Remember, I tell you guys about the importance of 10% viewers to like ratio if it's for like a community series. This is doing pretty well. Nice to see, man. And notice the graph here. It's not plateauing. Because a plateau right over here, the slope should become smaller and shallower. This is slowly picking up, and right over here, I'm not sure if you guys can see close enough, but there is this breakpoint right over here where rather than tapering off, it's actually going upwards more, which is great to see. YouTube is definitely checking this video with more people. If you look at the audience, not enough data has passed. So obviously this video was uploaded 18 hours ago. We need a couple days to pass for, you know, this to actually mature and show you the audience viewership. But this video will revisit in about a week or so. Next performance review, I'm sure the data will have matured enough to see, but already you can tell that this is fantastic. We're hitting it. This is good. It's doing well. I hope that this will continue throughout. The power of bonds is definitely helping. Next up, what do we have? Let's look at what about the drama video? Sure. Let's look at the drama video. Hit for 7K, 677 likes. All right, cool. I don't think enough time has passed to really show anything. We got 40 new subs from this video. Goddamn. Okay. A lot of people are enjoying the drama, huh? Let's look at the audience tab. Of course, it's gonna be like, it's fucking anime reaction drama, bro. Ain't nobody care. This is the most unserious shit ever. We're in our little corner just creating drama. And yeah, 57, 42 makes sense to me. Interesting that there's a bit more female audience turning out for this shit. And what can I say? What can I say other than I'm a very vindictive person and I hold on to grudges very hard. I hold on to grudges very, very hard. And this video, I hope, will expose this fraud for everything that he's got. And there's a separate video that I'll be making regarding the drama situation. Next up, what do we got? We got 100 girlfriends hitting for 7.1K after a day. Now, has enough time passed to accumulate the data? Let's look at it. 100 girlfriends. Let's look at this. So, it's doing fantastic. It's doing really well. And if we look at the audience tab, 50-50 split. Okay. So again, this means that I am earning this. This is not a trend carrying me. There's not that many tourists watching this. Whenever you have a sub split that's closer to 50-50, that means that it's like no tourists at all. Not subscribed doesn't mean that they're tourists. Not subscribed means that they don't subscribe, but they still click on and watch my videos. And that's all I really care about. I don't care about subs. I care about people clicking onto my thumbnails and watching the videos and doing well. So, fantastic. I mean, it's pretty obvious that 100 girlfriends would do well. Like, I was never worried about this show. Like, it could only do well. It's had a proven track record last season too of doing fantastic for pretty much every channel too. So, makes sense to me. Next up, we got... What the fuck is this? Okay. The Squid Game reaction... I'm not even reacting to Squid Game. But both these videos went... What the hell? If Asians actually play Squid Game got 18K views? I didn't even realize. And it's still going. What the fuck? I just thought... Like, I watched Squid Game Season 2 by myself. And I wasn't able to react to it because obviously it's like, do I start a new channel? Do I do Squid Game reactions? It takes so long to record a fucking episode reaction. It's just like 3 episodes in one. It's whatever. So I decided to react to Squid, skits of it. And holy shit, it is hitting. Now this is tourist content. This is something that I didn't earn. Everything I've shown you so far has been close to the 50-50 split, if not 60-40 for the subs, right? When you see a breakdown of 70-30 split of not sub to subs, when you see this blue line of returning new viewers being this fucking high, it means that tourists are finding my channel through a broad appealing videos. And it is important once in a while to do these kind of videos. If you're always chasing tourists, it's gonna be bad. Because people are subbing and they become dead subs. You need to stick it within your general niche and collect an audience that will watch your core content. The Squid Game reactions did fine. Even this one too, right? 9.8K views. This too also is very, tourist based, but it's good to put your toes in the water to appeal widely to an audience. But you also have to maintain your community, right? Because if this is the only type of content you do, if you only do tourist content, your channel becomes dead and you can't really utilize the recommendation system because it's like people only cared about this one type of reaction and you're not making those videos anymore, so it's kind of pointless. But good to see that Squid Game, fuck, goddamn, this shit popped off really hard. Let's look at A rank party. A rank party. So this one, it's not doing exceptional, but I think it's doing good enough, right? It's definitely at the high end of the typical in this period, right? This isn't like surpassing expectations, but it's definitely the very high end. Better than something that's like lagging behind. If you look at the audience, again, 60-40, all earned. This is community-based content of Isekai Adventure Dungeon enjoyers. So, makes sense to me. I hope that this will continue to do well. And that's pretty much it. Just above average performing show. Nothing too crazy or, you know, bad happening to this show. So good to see. Next up, Sakamoto. Okay. Let's look at Bihineko first. Bihineko is an interesting case. It's like it does okay. It does better than okay. People watch it for the shock value. It's such a stupid show, but it's 60-40 split. It's fun to watch though. Genuinely, this is like, what an interesting anime, huh? Like the entire show is like, they were really teasing with the bestiality, and now we're going with like, you know, like Anna-chan. Like the Anna-chan fan service is fucking hilarious to me. The comedy actually resonates with me. I enjoy it, so like we'll keep watching it. Nothing really special needs to be said about this one, but let's look at Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days, 7.3k views, and hit for 597 likes, which proves to me that this is mostly community members, more close to that 10% figure. Let's look at this. It's doing very, very well. I'm glad that Sakamoto Days is, you know, competing like this. I was worried that Sakamoto Days would be left behind in the dust and it wouldn't get that shonen audience that I've collected over Dandadan, but pretty good, huh? Let's look at the audience tab. 50-50 split. So look at this shit, right? I'm not getting carried by a trend. There is no tourists coming in. These are all community members that I've been collecting over my, you know, my channel. And this is what's happening. So it's good to see that there is an audience for shonen content like this in my channel. Gives me more faith that I can cover more shonen content. Solo leveling. God, every solo leveling videos does really well, huh? I mean, it's not that crazy. Solo leveling episode 2 hit for 17k views almost and got almost 1400 likes. So I think that this is mostly community stuff, right? So if you look at this, 17k views, fantastic. If you look at the audience tab, 60-40 split. So I don't want to say that I'm getting carried by trends because my existing audience already fucks with solo leveling so hard, but this is definitely, more tourists are definitely checking this content out than usual. For sure it is, right? Solo leveling is just so peak. The viewership on, you know, solo leveling across everyone's channel is fucking peaking, right? Everyone's just doing so well with this shit. So it's not surprising to me why it's doing well. Just a very trending show, and I already have an audience catered towards that shit. Of course it's gonna do well. One thing that's not doing that well is Apothecary Diaries though. I'm a bit worried about this, but it's not that concerning. Apothecary Diaries came back for season 2, but the first episode, it did better than it didn't do well as expected, right? I was hoping it to get like Sakamoto Days numbers, like hit 7k or something, right? Get solo leveling numbers, get 100 girlfriend numbers. Yet Apothecary Diaries can't. Why is that? Well, if you think about it, episode 1, was it that good? I don't think so. It's a very slow episode. We were getting reintroduced to season 2. We're doing a little recap. We're setting the new stuff down. It's a build-up episode. So because there's no crazy peaks happening, of course it's not going to get that same level of interest as the other shows that's starting off really strong off the bat. Interesting that there's a lot of female audiences watching for Apothecary Diaries, which is not that surprising because of Mama was such a good, you know, female role lead, and this type of show I think definitely appeals to the female audience more than the male audience though. We'll let Apothecary Diaries cook. I'm not gonna drop this show. Of course I won't, right? This is doing fine. It's doing fine. I just expected more from it. 1 second. All right. Let's look at some other shows. Guild Receptionist did pretty good, huh? Guild Receptionist, 5.6k and 400 likes, so definitely close to that 10% figure, which makes me think that it's mostly my community members. It's doing well. I'm glad that it's doing well. Audience tab, 50-50 split, no new viewers coming in. So again, this type of content, I earn it all with my own audience. There's no new people. Well, it's not no new people, but look at the new viewers compared to returning viewers, right? It's a very insignificant value, which is also shown through this ratio here. So fantastic that the first episode is doing well. Takahashi Rie really is carrying the show. Like, the whole premise is like a guild receptionist soloing bosses because she's tired of other fuckers, you know, not being good enough. But the voice actor also in the show is actually hard carrying the show itself too. The opening visuals were fantastic, but it's doing well. I'm glad it's doing well. And then we have a short reaction, bro. Sister leveling, stepbro or daddy? It's so stupid that y'all keep eating this shit up, but you do. You love this shit. Like, we're reacting to shorts, bro, and it does so well. It's frustrating that it does so well. Like, I can spend like 40 minutes, and this is an edited version, that's why it's 24. The full recording session of this on Patreon is like 40-minute reaction of Yubel Blatt. And I'm trying to give like in-depth analysis and commentary, try to really lock into the show and you know, give you guys that coverage. But here's the thing with YouTube. Here's the thing with entertainment. The amount of effort you put in doesn't fucking matter. Effort doesn't mean good content. Good content is a very subjective thing. Effort has nothing to do with the entertainment's value that people receive. And sister leveling, which is incest themes, which people love, a quick 2-minute 36-second reaction of a short will outperform Yubel Blatt by 10-fold. I don't even have to edit this content. It's a one-take reaction live on stream. I literally spent 40 minutes reacting. I send it over to my editor, who I have to pay to get this fucking video out, and I'm losing money doing this shit. Then you have sister leveling short reactions where immediately it fucking hits. Isn't the world just a fucked up place? But that's how society functions, man. Looking at the audience, yep, we're gonna get way more tourists coming in, right? Sister leveling content, even the solo leveling is community series that a lot of people in my channel enjoy at great scale. Sister leveling is like an abridged dub, which appeals to a broader audience of people that's never found my channel, which I think is actually really great so that they can start watching my solo leveling reactions too. And goddamn, look at this shit, right? More time will need to build up for, you know, this data to show up, but I guarantee you, like, this is the type of stuff where I say I didn't earn this. This is not my community, bro. This is all fucking tourists just fucking watching and just pogging. And on the topic of Yubel Blatt, we're gonna have to drop this. Yubel Blatt is underperforming like crazy, man. It is so sad. I did enjoy the... Oh, this is the opening reaction, sorry. Let me bring up the actual episode reaction. Not that different, to be honest, right? It's just... It's gonna have to be dropped, man. I'm sorry. But in the game of YouTube, what does it mean when a series is doing bad? It means that my audience doesn't care about it. It means that for every video I make for Yubel Blatt, while I may be catering towards this minority that does enjoy it, a majority is waiting for something else. And I'm not doing them justice by continuing to pump out content that people don't care about. That's why YouTube reaction channels, you know, drop series once it underperforms. It's underperforming not because the video is bad, but because there is no audience for it. Closer to a 60-40 split here makes sense because, you know, it's a very low appealing show right now that just a handful of community members might be watching, but unfortunate. Womp womp. Next up, let's look at the girl I hate. This is doing well enough. Miss Elf to Japan. Honestly, now that Yubel Blatt got dropped, we could check out Miss Elf. Because that is literally on the same day, you know what I mean? This is standard. This is performing. This is not like crazy. It's just average, and we can work with average. I'm pretty sure that this is gonna be, yeah, closer to like 60-40 split. No new viewers really coming in, just my existing audience. Shisei is hard carrying the show. It's a charming show, so it's doing well enough for us to continue for sure. Not everything can be just bangers, right? We're gonna have averages here and there. or they looked at the Squid Game reaction, the Appraiser anime. Now, I'm a little worried about this one because it is underperforming. It is barely hanging on. Barely. If we look at the watch time too, yeah. So sometimes even if the views are low, if there's like a really diehard audience for the content, they'll actually have a watch time that like performs better. But even watch time and views, it's barely fucking hanging on. Literally just hanging on by a thread. If you look at the audience, yep. No new people, it's just us, right? And we'll have to see where this plays out because the first episode was just us suffering over and over and over again. And who knows if the second episode beyond will do better. We'll definitely check out the episode 2, but this is definitely on the chopping blocks. We can't be fucking around with too many weekly series. We're getting behind on the community series that a lot of people are waiting for, like Steins Gate and Index. And we got the Mail Order Isekai. Mail Order Isekai did fantastic, actually. I was hoping that this would do better than average, and it did. It absolutely did do better than average. If you look at the audience tab, 60-40, mostly, you know, my boys and girls. Can't really say girls because there's no girls here watching at all. But hey, Mail Order Isekai is performing. It's doing well. It's for the first episodes of Isekais, I think this is one of the better ones, right? A lot of the other ones like Great Alchemist or let's say Mastering Magic, even Magic Maker. The first episodes is pretty boring. But this one was actually immediately off the gate, like bro's getting laid. I like the whole aspect of the main character being like a level-headed guy who is not like a neat virgin who has no, you know, no aura. Bro's like a grown-ass 30-year-old man. He ain't got time for that bullshit. He just handles business, literally and metaphorically. Love it. Glad that's doing well. Next up, Momentary Lily. Now, I am actually shocked that Momentary Lily is not doing that good. I thought that this would pop off because of the one moment at the very end. Quite the twist that happened. I don't want to drop this show though. Last episode made me feel such a shock and just these like cathartic feelings, man. It was when Erine was like abandoning her friends in her mind because they're not coming fast enough to save her, and she's shitting on them, and it's just like peak despair in voice acting. And apparently that's the voice actor's first time voice acting too. That was like, oh, I see what this show can do. I want to see more of it. I'm definitely interested to check out at least one or like a couple more episodes, but it's not looking too good for Momentary Lily right now. Not very good. Unfortunate. Next up. Oh, we got the villainous anime, baby. We got the villainous anime. Oh, goddamn. This shit's still going. There was a couple times that it was about to plateau, but then it spiked back up here, right? This area, and then spiked back up here. And then every time it's about to plateau, it keeps kind of pushing more and more and more. Now it's starting to plateau more, but goddamn, 20k views off the first episode is something I did not expect. I was hoping for at least like 3,000, 4,000, right? Just kind of like the average viewership, you know, per video of our channel right now. 3 to 4k is like kind of where it's at. This hit for 20k. Watch time is fantastic. If we look at the audience, tourists. So what's happening? New people coming in, and it's dominating. Not sub to sub ratio, 75-25. I did not earn this. This is not my community members. This is a broad appealing series that a lot of people are checking out, and 25% female audience, bro. We got the Josei audience, bro. We have the Josei audience doing it. To be honest, other reaction channels ain't covering it based on my searches. Okay, why don't you go search up Momentary Lily reactions? Why don't you go search up literally any other fucking series that I just showed you on my channel? And I guarantee you, there's no other channels covering these shitty isekais like me either. There's a fundamental difference though, because this is actually quality anime. This anime is so fucking good. Takeuchi, the one that's directing this shit, bro, he is popping off. 29, wow, Japanese tourist though, huh? Japanese tourist. That's interesting. Usually, this only happens for like, let's see what, like Orb, not Ranma, was it Oshinoko too? It's looking like this is really appealing in Japan, which is cool to see. Which means that if people did this, like if Joe did a reaction for this and put Japanese subtitles, then I bet it would fucking pop off like crazy, man. Such a good anime. Such a good anime. Look at the revenue. Unfortunate that January right now, we're actually making such a little money compared to what this could be doing. Literally, like the ad revenue on, you know, January is the lowest it's ever been, because that's just how ad revenue seasonal stuff works. But hey, still fantastic. I'm so glad that this anime is doing well. This is conceptually my favorite anime too. Conceptually, like the whole aspect of a 52-year-old bureaucrat boomer dude turning into a villainous in an otome game and rizzing up girls. Like, it's such a funny concept. And then you add polish into it too. It's just like, it's so good. It's so good, bro. Next up, Magic Maker? Okay, let's look at Incest Maker. Let's look at Incest Maker. Let's see. A lot of people are, it's not doing the best, obviously. It's doing good enough though. It's actually doing good enough. And 60-40 split. Yep, community series. No tourists. It's just our trashy isekai enjoying audience. This anime, guess what these scenes were, man. Guess what these scenes were, man. I'm not gonna drop this show. I want to see where the show goes. The way that it twisted us at the very end, bro. With the whole thing of like, you know, magic. How is magic shown in this anime? Two fishes mating. You know, a male and a female fish showing courtship to each other. And then a sister and brother. I want to see where it goes. I do want to see where it goes, bro. Next up, we have the Great Alchemist. Great Alchemist is doing alright. Probably just doing just standard, right? Yeah, 3.6k. It's doing right in the middle of the pack, which is fantastic. Completely, you know, just our audience. No new tourists coming in. Just returning audiences. Yeah, nothing really much to say about this. It's just standard. It's doing well enough. We're gonna keep watching it. Let's see. Oh, bro, Honey Lemon Soda fucking bombed, man. Honey Lemon Soda. Womp womp. I'm gonna be dropping this shit along with Yubo Blatt. First episode was good though. First episode was actually good. I enjoyed it. But a lot of people just don't care about the shoujo style. The first episode, I think, was... The first episode was good. I love how the main character is not just this damsel in distress and she wants to change. And Kai is like being aggro and a little bit mean, but pushes her forward, and she did change, and but like it's just 0% females. I got none of that shoujo audience, bro. Interesting that I got the josei audience for the villainous anime, right? You saw the 25% like female audience there, but for shoujo, it's just not existent at all. So it is what it is. Gotta drop it. Womp womp. Next up, let's look at Nutmaster. Actually, why did Index here perform so bad? It's been almost a week since I've uploaded Index, because we've been focusing so much on community series right now. Bro, Index is actually bombing, which is kind of sad to see. Index and Steins Gate both are actually doing so fucking bad. It's because like there's like we hit a new fucking algorithm hit. Like I'll go into more in depth later on, but basically we are peaking right now. You see this? Index got like voted in sometime here. Steins Gate got voted in sometimes here. And when you have new people coming in and you're giving them content that they didn't ask for, it's a problem with community series. That's why like every 3 months you gotta be kind of careful of like how you curate shows, because the new people coming in right now, they don't really give a fuck about Index and shit. But I'll be covering that later on. What was I talking about? Let's see. Next up, Nutmaster. Nutmaster is very volatile. Nutmaster is so volatile that the most recent episode was so fucking bad. Genuinely Such a mid episode, nothing happened. Now this episode was decent, right? It popped off. Immediately we got revenge against the shitty hero that was keeping Lena, and Ida's eating pizzas and everyone's having fun. But like, Nutmaster is... Bro, the animation quality is so fucking bad. The art looks okay here and there, but like the animation wise, it's just so mid. And the opening definitely catfished us with the visuals, and I'm hoping that the later episodes will be better and better, but Nutmaster, man, just all community members, right? Just a trashy, you know, isekai-esque dungeon, you know, fantasy setting, so nothing too fancy going on there. Kuroi wa Medaka! Hey! This is doing well. Now, will it continue to do well is another question, right? Hit for 6K. Fantastic. But like, that's because the first episode was just all fan service. Will it do well once the novelty of the fan service wears off? And the best part about this is that there's no tourist either. 50-50 split of rom-com ecchi enjoyers in my chat watching this, so that's good. 0.7% female audience is pretty funny. But yeah, we'll see what's happening with this one. Anything else? Anything else? Oh, Headhunted is actually doing so bad. I low-key should drop Headhunted. It's doing really bad. It's... yeah. The whole salaryman aspect, the whole diplomacy and negotiation tactics, a lot of people don't really care for it. Headhunted has, from episode 1, it's been doing bad too. I haven't decided if I'm gonna drop it, but it's definitely on the chopping block. It's not a good sign. Anything else? I do want to check out the solo leveling video, the sister leveling. Sorry, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So let's just check out a couple extra stuff here. So the sister leveling. Actually, the girl I hate. This was episode 1, right? Yeah, episode 1 did okay. It did actually really good. But again, episode 1 of many shows do well. What matters is the true viewership after. Let's look at sister leveling. This shit is going for 130k. It's still going. It's not stopping. It's hitting 140k. How far is it gonna go? I don't know. When is it gonna stop? I don't know. And with solo leveling airing each week for the next 3 months, it's gonna keep going and going and go. I think 200k is feasible in the next 3 months. Genuinely, I believe it's possible. Now this is tourist content, man. I didn't earn this shit at all, right? Heavily carried by the anime boys. They made the abridged here, fantastic content. And I just got lucky. I positioned myself to get lucky by covering solo leveling so much, and funny solo leveling content came out, reacted to it, and now we got a 90-10 non-subscribe to sub ratio. And this is a great problem to have. A lot of YouTubers in the beginning give you this ratio picture and say, hey, many of you guys aren't subbed. You should click the sub button. That's a good problem to have. You never want to be in a situation where the algorithm only pumps your videos out to your immediate subs. Just like when I got shadow banned, right? That shit sucks. When the algorithm is confident enough for your videos to spread it to a wider audience more and more, that's a very good thing. Now, you can't be doing random viral shit, right? If this video had nothing to do with solo leveling or anime and was a completely off-topic tangent video, then all these people coming in becomes dead subs. But this is not really that case, right? This has a lot of overlap. This is solo leveling enjoyers, right? They'll most likely go watch my solo leveling reactions too. So the perfect video went viral, which is great to see. Mostly from United States. You know, a lot of people are definitely more kids watching this shit because it's funny, haha. Interesting to think that there's 0.3% of 65 plus years old people watching these reactions though, huh? Let's look at this. It's fucking crazy, huh? Also, I want you to realize again, YouTube search engine doesn't matter. Look at the distribution of the viewership. 62.6% comes from browse features. 23.7% comes from suggested videos. What does that mean? When you open up the YouTube tab, this is the browse features. I immediately see thumbnails and I click onto a video. This is how the bulk of your viewership should be found. Never by searching, solo leveling, reaction, stuff like that. No. Some people do, but most people don't. People only care by clicking onto the recommendation tab and going off of it, which is proven time after time by my analytical, like representation of the distribution of the viewership. 4.6% are seeking this out by search engine. And this is also the same case for, let's say, solo leveling, right? Like literally just look at solo leveling. Like the most recent episodes, these two that got 16K, 18K views. You think people are using the search engine to find me? No. YouTube search engine doesn't matter. YouTube search engine doesn't matter. It's all through browse features and suggested videos. Basically means if you click onto a video, right? I've shown you what browse features is, right? Which is basically you clicking here and clicking something. These are suggested videos on the side. Then these recommendation system. This is how you get your videos out and going. If you don't know how to utilize the recommendation system, you're doing it wrong. If you think that like the only way people will find your video is by using the search engine, guess what? The search engine is biased. The search engine doesn't show you based on chronological order. Now, you could click the recently uploaded tab here and filter by that way, but that's still not really going to be how most people, seek out these videos. Most people only use the recommendation tab to find, their videos. And here's the thing too, solo leveling, it will only, like the search engine categorizes the videos based on rank. Meaning, just because you made a video on this topic that's trending, you're not going to show on the search engine. You're most likely never going to be shown in the search engine. The algorithm categorizes videos of similar categories, niches, compares them based on performance, and shows the most best performing videos on this tab. That's why you're seeing all these dudes who are absolutely fucking killing it, right? Your boy Roche and Nicholas Light, right? RTTV. Of course they're gonna fucking dominate this shit. I'm not gonna be shown there. And it'd be nice if I was, but it's foolish to think that you can compete with these people here at this level. You will never be able to do it. You need to create your own way to be able to compete. So that's how this shit works. Is there anything else I should be covering? Is there anything else that I should be covering? Hold up. Let's see. We already covered, I think that we've pretty much covered every weekly series, and there's a lot of weekly series happening right now. Bro, Quintessential Quintuplets needs to get starting up. Like, we need to finish Steins Gate. There's too much goddamn weekly shit happening. We need to start dropping some shit, but we'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what's gonna happen in due time. And one last thing. Oh yeah, baby. We're fucking killing it. Every 3 months, what I tell you guys. What I tell you, every 3 months, right? This happens. Let's look at this. I give you guys this picture quite often, right? And what's happening? What's happening is that during this lifetime of my content, I've literally wasted so much time having no growth. Not understanding how the recommendation system works, brute forcing everything down mid, always thinking that I should be reacting to the newest trending weekly series because if I make a video, people will find me through the search engine. I just told you that's fucking impossible. That's why there's no growth here. The only time something significant happened is this. And what's this? That's this. Eminence in Shadow finale going crazy. I got lucky there. I did. I did get lucky there. It hit hard. But guess what? Going viral does not create a community. It does not bring you actual fucking viewership. Going viral will bring in a lot of new people in. But if you don't know how to capitalize on the new people coming in, it'll just be dead. There's no fucking change here. But everything starts changing, and it's really hard to tell at this, low part, but something definitely did change between here and here. And what happened here is that there's actually a double in viewership because I started to say, fuck it. We're not gonna do weekly series anymore. We're not gonna do every weekly series that underperforms. We're gonna keep the weekly series that performs, but I'm gonna talk to my audience and figure out what my community is so I can create content that they want. And guess what happens? Once that happened, right? Look at this shit. Before, nothing is happening. Right? Nothing is happening to that red line. Literally no growth. And then something changes slowly but surely. Slowly but surely, something actually changes here. Where, boom, there's actually a double here in viewership. And then boom, there's actually another double in viewership. Right? Hard to tell at this scale because, you know, it's really, you gotta really zoom into, you know, tell the differences between here and here, right? And then boom, we double again. And I want you to realize that this happens in 3-month intervals, for me specifically. And then we double again, and every time it's been overnight. There's never been like a linear trajectory. It's always been overnight fucking success. Boom. Boom. And kind of sad what happened here with the shadow ban. And most recently, boom. Right? So, I've realized, and I've been saying this over and over, but it's just so peculiar that the moment that I've decided to focus on the community, right? The moment that I've decided to focus on the community, what happened? There's a compounding effect. There's a compounding effect where the more that I focus on the community, and the more that I deliver content that my audience actually wants to see, right? There's these instances here, here. Maybe it's a bit too bold. Maybe I should be using this one, right? Like boom, boom. Where overnight, the floodgates open. It's so weird how like the algorithm just decides to lift the floodgates. It's like a kill switch. Overnight. There isn't a single video that's popping off that's doing this. Channel-wide, everything goes out. Once you've proven to the algorithm that you can maintain the viewership after the floodgates have been opened. And every time this also coincides with like the beginning or like the end of like a new anime season. This happened here too. The reason why, again, this period and this period look similar is because of ReZero. ReZero was such a big community movement in my channel, and I was pumping out like fucking like 10 plus videos a day during this time, during summer when I was grinding ReZero from season 1 to 2, getting ready for season 3. And I pumped out so many videos that like it was unsustainable. That's why the viewership is actually pretty high here compared to here. Over here, I decided to just like wind back and do only 8 videos a day, which is funny that I say only 8 videos, but the volume difference and the trends, right, that was carrying, that's why this segment was so peaked that it's almost comparable to this, but there is definitely a spike that I've seen and that I was able to have an average viewership higher while pumping out less videos during this time. And most recently, boom right here, right? It's really cool to see. And this is why I grind so fucking hard. It's a delayed gratification, a track record. This is not random instances. This is a pattern of behavior that's been happening over and over again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the 7th iteration that's happened in 3-month intervals where I've been growing and growing and growing by focusing on the community, by asking them what they want to watch, polling and giving them that, by aggressively cutting the series that doesn't perform and making sure that my audience gets the videos that they do want to see. And now we're reaching new heights that I didn't even think was fucking possible. Look at this shit. Look at that spike. We're on point to be hitting almost 2 million views per month right now. And you know what the best part is? The best part is that this is just my first channel, right? The best part is that it's happening to my second channel too. It's so cool that like both channels right now are peaking. We look at this. The collapse here is because I didn't upload a Ben 10 video last night. But look at this shit too, man. Both my channels right now are cracked. They're doing so well. This too hit a new peak. And it's really cool to see that my projects are like both my main channel, my second channel is, you know, doing this kind of growth. Like The Ben 10 trend is actually fucking crazy right now, and I hope I'll be able to carry that momentum. But if you guys don't know about my second channel, this is where we watch like English dub animes or like cartoons, and we only focus on one series. Or the concept of the channel, again, if my main channel is like variety content covering everything and anything that aligns with my audience wants, the second channel only focuses on one topic. Just one topic. Started off with Beyblade, did really well, and Beyblade started to pop off. Now after Beyblade's done, right, what are we doing? We're doing just Ben 10 now. I have a whole last video. It's called how I use Beyblade and Ben 10 to make my second channel outperform my main channel if you want more details about how stuff like this is done. But that's pretty much it. Beginning of a new year. Both my channels are fucking peaking. We came out of this shitty ass situation where we got shadow banned, where only videos that videos only went out to my immediate subs. No one got notifications. Everyone else got suppressed recommendations. But hey, what did I say when I got shadow banned? I told you that this has happened before and we can make it back. And if I just continue grinding, back then, the chart looked like this. Back then, the chart looked like this, and I told you that it's gonna spike. When January hits, I know that the 3-month trial period is up, we're gonna spike, and guess what? It fucking did. And the craziest shit is, I don't know how high this is gonna go, right? I genuinely don't know how high this is gonna go. Cause like, right now, cause like, here's the thing. This was Blue Lock penultimate episode, and this was Blue Lock finale. These were Blue Locks, and then Sister Leveling hit. Of course, it hit for 100k. Of course, it's gonna go up high, and I thought that it's gonna crash really hard, and it did crash really hard, right? We came back to this point, but the fact that we can go back up without a 100k video. The fact that we can do this shit back to back with other series like Villainous popping off, with Solo Leveling reactions popping off, with fucking random Squid Game reactions popping off. It's like, how high will this actually go? I don't think it's gonna go that high. I think that it's gonna be here. I think that it's unreasonable to expect that this shit's just gonna keep going up and up and up and up. No, that's stupid. Of course, that'd be nice, but is that realistic? You want to maintain expectations. You want to like make sure that you maintain expectations so that when the numbers do drop, that you're not depressed. So many people see these numbers going up and up and up, and when the inevitable happens and it drops or something like that, they get so depressed and they think, oh no, the algorithm dropped me. No. This is borrowed power right now, and I don't know exactly where it's gonna crash, but I believe that it's gonna probably do something like this. This is what I'm anticipating for winter 2025. And if we're able to average something like this, I am totally fine with that. Are you kidding me? This is crazy. This is genuinely insane. If we can average this, I am perfectly fine. And you know what the best part is? The best part is that what's gonna happen in spring? What's gonna happen in spring when we get another boost? Will it do this? I don't know. And this is a very interesting experiment that we're doing right now. I document every step of the process. Not many people show you this kind of stuff because, you know, no one really wants to show like private information like this. But like, I love documenting the process and letting you guys know like how this shit works, so that one of you idiots can take this to heart, grow your own fucking channel, grow your own organic audience, so that when they get recommended my content, they become my audience too. A lot of people think that like if you give insider secrets, if you like what's the word? Like, people are insecure that if you tell people what's doing well, like what's the meta, how do you do certain things, how to be successful, that like your viewership will be taken away. But that's a very small mindset. Here's the way that I see it, right? I want other people to do well too. Because I have that much faith in my content. I know that if someone else gets big, if someone else brings in a totally organic audience that I could have never brought in and they got recommended my content, I bet some of them would enjoy it. And I bet my piece of the pie would get bigger too. I don't think my piece of the pie would get smaller because other reaction channels take my advice and like grow big. Now, if your content sucks, then probably you will like drown because this is competition at the end of the day, right? As much as people want to be friendly to other content creators and stuff like that, this is just reality. Everything is a competition. Everyone is competing for views. But if you believe in your viewership, I think that like you can only get bigger if other new people show up because you believe in your content. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Who knows when, you know, how far this growth will go. And one day, infinite growth is impossible, right? In the bottom of my heart, I know that this is not gonna happen forever. But while it's still happening, I'm gonna grind every fucking day locked in. Sacrifice everything and focus on one thing only. I'm gonna see how far I can keep repeating this phenomenon over and over again. And you will see every step of the way.